Hey guys, Tepcocyclerepair. Today we're going to be doing a quick carburetor swap out on a weed eater. This is the Ryobi weed eater with you can switch the heads on and do different things with it. It's pretty simple setup. I always recommend getting an OEM carburetor. In this case, in these models, it is a Ryobi. So, just grab one of those. Really simple carburetor swap. I'm going to try to get you guys up and close here. So we're going to take the air filter off. All right, air filter cover and the air filter. This here is a T20. These two mount the carburetor on. So when you take these off, you're going to be taking the carburetor off. All right, so these fuel lines, you might want to loosen them up before you take it off. So I like to take a needle nose and just get in there and just pull them a little bit to make sure they come off. Don't take them off all the way because they'll start leaking fuel. Okay, so I know those are both going to come off. They're loosened. I just kind of slid them off a little bit. If you don't do that, when you take this off here, you'll be fighting them, and it's just easier to do it when the carburetor is mounted. So let's take this off here. That carb's moving. It looks like the screw's bent. Alright, so with those off right there, the throttle cable is going through this air filter housing. See it right here? But all you got to do is just pull it up a little bit. And if you pull the throttle here, you can see that's where the throttle works right there. All right. So we're going to leave that, pull it out of here. So that is now out. It's just a little L. And now we can, now be careful because you got your opening right here, so don't get any dirt or anything there. Pay attention to that. Just slide that out, okay? Just pull it out of the way. Now we have our fuel lines. Now with our fuel lines, we already loosened them up. We're just going to grab them, pull them off. Okay, they both came off there when I pulled the one. New carburetor here. Okay, fuel lines are attached. Check your gasket. This gasket looks fine. It comes with a new gasket, the kit that I got, but I don't really trust it. This one looks fine here, so we should be just fine putting that back on. So we're going to throw our throttle cable back on. Just hook it right through there. Spin this back around. Fuel lines are really easy to change on these, so while you're at it here, I would change your fuel lines also. Now this is a aftermarket carburetor, but it's the same brand, if that gives you an idea where these carburetors are coming from. So I don't usually trust the fuel lines and stuff that they send. They're cheaper fuel lines, just like look at the air filter that they sent here, and then look at this one. Okay, factory, aftermarket. It's thinner, it's crappier. We don't need it. This one's not bad. Okay, this video is on the carburetor swap, so there's a couple other things that you can do. Your fuel lines and all that. I'm going to prime it. See the fuel coming through there. Follow directions. We're going to go full choke. Half choke. I think it says full throttle. let that idle a little bit. All right, and there you go. So that's it, guys. Real simple carb change on that Ryobi. And that was an aftermarket carburetor that I got online. So they're not that expensive. So you might as well just get one. It comes with a whole bunch of other things. I'm going to change fuel lines in that, but I'm going to use a few lines that I have. Because those fuel lines, sometimes they go bad pretty quickly. So I want to put new fuel lines on it. And I'll put a new plug in it. But it started up. That was just a couple... I'm under 6 minutes right now, 6 minutes and change, and I did it right in front of you guys. So you can do this yourself. It's not that hard. Don't worry about it. If it's not starting, if it's bogging, in this case, what this one was doing was it would run, but when you put a load on it, it would just bog, and it just couldn't keep up with it. And those diaphragms and stuff in there, when they start to get the ethanol fuel and stuff on them, it dries them out. They don't move as quickly, and they can't keep up with the demand that the weed eater is trying to that you're trying to give it. So you want to replace them. You can get a rebuild kit. It's not worth it. Just get another carburetor, especially with these models where the factory carburetor is a China carburetor anyway. So this is a Ruxing carburetor that was on it. That's what I put back on it. Starts and runs fine. So we're going to get back to the customer, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for further notifications. Until next time, this is Tepcocyclerepair.